Hello and welcome back to the Stephen Tries podcast, episode 12.
Well done, well done.
Today I'm joined by David Reese,
Wagwano.
Max Smith,
Hello there.
and Tom Looney. He's here,
everyone.
live in the flesh. So it is now week six of lockdown?
Sure.
Five?
Yeah.
5 or 6, I forget.
No idea.
But the word on the street is, not literally, because I haven't been out for 6 weeks, I promise you, officer. Your officer. But, you know, apparently this Sunday, although this goes out after it, we'll have to play this 2 ways. We're either going to be let out a little bit or, you know, so nothing will change. So let's try the first way where we've been let out a bit. Oh, it's great, isn't it? Everything's back to normal, but we're still on the couch doing the podcast.
That's work.
Yeah.
I'm still under house arrest.
I'm
So
back in work at 2:00 on a Wednesday afternoon.
Yeah. But if
Long
we're
may this continue.
not out and it's another 3 weeks, let's play it that way. Oh, fucking hell, Boris. Yeah. I'm fuming.
Oh, look at me. I look like a puppet. Oh, Boris. Am I right?
Yeah, he is
what
a
puppets have you
puppet.
been looking at?
Oh, Gromit.
Dave, Dave, have you been up to anything?
Not much really. Just been writing, really. But apart from that,
Writing letters to your family, or
This is new.
No.
Dave.
no, just writing with James. Just doing a bit of writing as we're in lockdown, and he's coming back
Yeah.
soon. So we're gonna start filming.
I hope
Yeah.
he's not, because you know he's got to wait till he's plagued his own family,
True,
then comes
true.
back.
Debacterialized.
Just
He's
just
the
tell
real
him to come.
virus.
Tell him to come back and then stand there with a power washer just at the door. Rip off, boy.
He'd be like, "You've already sprayed me once. I don't care."
David's bleach. What are you doing? Donald said it works. Max, what have you been up to?
gaming, sweet gaming, reading.
What
Not
sweet
much.
game have you been with?
You've been reading, Max.
Yeah, comics.
cool.
Woo! Yeah, free
What
comics,
ones? What
baby.
you on?
Fables, big fan.
Nice.
We won't get into that here though.
Isn't
Yeah, just
Fables one of your wacky comedy characters?
My comedy characters. Well, these are just random people that walk into my home.
Get the locks changed, man. You're
Yeah.
either running the worst brothel in the country.
Oh, that's next week's character. Fuck.
Are they called fuck? Very witty, sir.
Holy me! Oh boy, got a bit of a cough.
Probably other people coming in your house.
Spreading the virus.
It's gonna be my last one, boys.
Yeah, I bet Fables goes, the virus isn't the only thing I'm spreading. And then everyone claps. Faye. Tom, what have you been up to?
Not a lot, mate. I'm sanding a bike down, giving myself a little project to repaint the bike.
Yeah.
That's really fun.
The thing is,
Um,
you've picked a project that is time consuming and not very rewarding. It's the perfect one for quarantine, I
yeah,
think.
it's not even for me.
It's not even a
Why
bike.
do you need Why do you need to sandpaper a bike?
Oh, you've got to take the old paint off before you put new paint on.
Oh,
So I'm painting it
fair
pink,
enough.
Devon. So
Oh, right. Fair enough.
and
And
I
it's
decided, I could just pay for someone else to do it, but that is why I'm doing it, because it's time consuming and
consuming. Exactly. Takes up the
it
day.
might be
Fair.
rewarding. We'll see.
It feels like we've reverted back to the Blitz. Oh, I've been sending me back. The 2 wheels.
I built the bunker.
I've been writing to my family with James Ormrod. And I've been reading Fables. You know, it's.
Fables.
What about yourself, Stephen?
What have I been up to? I'll be honest with you, nothing really. You know, I'm so unmotivated. But I'll get out of it and write a bloody sketch
You cooked a fresh Italian meal the other day.
Oh yeah, I cooked a meal
nice.
but it was I didn't like the recipe as we were going along with it. As it said, put in one whole lemon zest, so like all the zest off a fucking lemon
In a tomato sauce.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, this is a lot. Put it in, and then my girlfriend can't taste anyway. So I have a mouthful. I'm like, She's like, is it nice? Like, if you like lemon meringue pie, yeah, it's delicious. That was a letdown.
What was it?
Shit. It was.
Fair.
What was it?
Fresh Italian shit.
Yeah.
My favourite.
Awful. Anyway, let's get into the subject for today.
Sorry I made you share that story.
It's the Noughties.
Oh, a better time.
Yeah. Now the problem for this is, I was 4 to 14 during this time. Tom was
10 to 20.
And the rest. Max was
7 to 17.
Oh, 7 to 17.
Dave, you were born in this time, weren't you?
I was 99, so I'd have been 1.
You were 99?
1, 2, I was 99, yeah. I was 99.
Cut that.
Yeah, I would have been 1 to 10. 1 to 10.
1 to 10. Well done.
Yeah.
I think, Max.
Hello.
I was thinking about this. The first thing I've got written down is the Millennium, Y2K.
Yeah.
Of course, that is your birthday.
It is, yeah.
New Year's Day.
Yeah.
What did you do for the Millennium?
Well, oh man,
Biggest party of the century.
I don't know if he's still doing it. Jules Holland, is he still a thing now?
Is Hootenanny thing?
Yeah, it's Hootenanny.
Was it Friday night with Jules Holland or something?
But on the Millennium, he'd do every New Year he'd do a big show. Yeah, he still does that.
Okay, very cool. Well, massive props to him.
Very cool.
Very nice.
And cool.
He's a legend.
So whenever it was like the New Year, my uncle would have a big party, and they would just put on Jules Holland in the background, background noise.
As all the parties do.
Exactly. I still don't call it a party without Jules Holland.
So it went to the countdown. So it was kind of like the evening's entertainment.
Yeah, and so as he was singing Old Lang Syne and the big ball was dropping, he's not even my uncle. He's my mum's uncle, elderly man,
So
Uncle Derek.
uncle.
Yeah, my great uncle.
Oh, no.
And he was great after this. Gave me a big old smooch on the cheek. And if that doesn't, sum up the Noughties for me, I don't know what does. Big D giving me a smooch.
Yeah.
Jules Holland bashing away on his piano.
Why are you making this weirdly sexual?
I was gonna
What?
say.
That story could have been nice. It
was.
Like you made it weird.
Next, I played with Big D's balls that he bought round.
Were you there, Dave?
1-year-old Dave. He was probably getting eyed up by your great uncle. I'll see you in a few years, boy.
Well, that's Derek cancelled. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
No.
It's Derek cancelled.
Oh, rest in peace.
What a nice man.
Yeah.
Now, because Tom was, what would you have been?
10.
10.
Yeah.
Were you aware of the Y2K
Was that the
rumours?
Millennium Bug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was all over the news that all the computer systems weren't going to be able to handle changing of the date, and it was going to just
Ridiculous.
planes would be falling out of the sky.
Yeah.
And I remember when it did happen, like in the first few days, that everything was fine, and it emerged that I think it was at Marks and Spencer's had misprinted the date on a load of beans. And that was
No!
Beans.
So if people thought the world was going to end, do you reckon that's why your Uncle Derek went for it with you? Just trying to risk it all.
We won't be watching Jules Holland in the.
I can't die not knowing if he felt the same.
My pacemaker's gonna go in a minute. Let me die doing the thing I loved. Terry.
Yeah. Bless him. I remember my millennium was. I wasn't aware of the bug, but I just remember there was a big party in the street, and the local churchgoers were letting off fireworks, and
Yeah.
that was about it.
I'm agreeing.
You were there. Everyone was there.
Yeah, that's right.
If I know your street, and I think I do.
And also, I just think of Robbie Williams when I think of that, because he had a big tune out then. Big song.
We celebrated a year early, didn't we? Because it wasn't 2,000 years until a year later. So the millennium was 2001.
That's so true.
Oh, of course, yeah. 0,
Fucking
isn't it?
nerd.
First.
I bet you were raising that point during the party. I was having a good time. Oh,
Just
my
in
mum
the
makes
middle of your street. Hold on the fireworks, guys. There's been a big mix-up in the calendar.
Stop the merriment.
You're all sheep.
Uncle Derek, stop!
How's that coming through? Hold on, I'm just cutting my phone. Right. So let's break down the biggest moments of the year 2000.
We're going year by year.
Okay.
So Max, when you think of the Noughties, what's the biggest event you think of?
Okay, great.
You can go
Start
there.
with me, shall we? Well,
go on, Smith. keep it lighthearted.
Great. Obviously, there was one thing that changed everything. Sort of changed the whole world.
Yeah.
And that was, the little kiss that I got on the Millennium Night. Obviously, let's not beat around the bush. 9/11.
Bush, well said.
Yeah.
Changed the fucking world.
Yeah.
And it's just we're still feeling the effects now of it. The wars are still going on.
Are they?
Yeah. They never stopped, mate. I believe so, aren't they?
I have no idea.
I thought they'd
I've been agreeing with you, but
I've done no research. It did change the world. You're right, Max.
It's probably the biggest moment of the 21st century.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing's beaten it since.
Well, coronavirus, maybe.
No.
What?
Dave, when did you learn about it? Because obviously you were 2.
9/11. My first memory of 9/11. Obviously, I weren't there, but learning about it. I went to swimming with my grandma, and everyone was stood still.
Everyone was
at the
cheering.
My grandma was going, "Yeah, let's go fucking mental." And everyone was just stood still, and I was like, "Oh, what's going on here?" And then my grandma described all these. We've got to do a minute silence for all them people that died. So I was very happy after that. Quite sad.
Like, good shut me up.
So it's like people compare it to like when Kennedy was shot. It's one of them where everyone knows where they were when it happened. Does everyone remember where they were?
I think I was in year 2, year 1. I think it was
not you,
2.
Dave. I'll exempt you. But...
Yeah, I was going to say.
I was in year 2, and I was in class when I was learning about it. Not in history or anything. It was just someone mentioned it.
In present class.
It was a school day, wasn't it?
I remember a boy telling me his dad was supposed to be flying from New York around that time, but that's it really.
Did you hear what happened to that Seth MacFarlane? The writer of Family Guy.
Oh yeah, he was.
No?
Yeah.
He was meant to get on the plane that crashed into the second tower, but he was too drunk and hungover, so he missed it.
God, we got Family Guy.
Yeah, and now we got Family Guy. So, thank you, Hangover.
Tom, you would have been old enough to know all about this.
What, 9/11?
Yeah.
And of course, that's the year you were celebrating. The start
Brings
of the
me nicely
millennium.
onto this week's Looney Cooney. No, I was in year 6, so what was that? That's 11. I remember the day it happened. I remember because we finished school about 3:00, so would have been just happening over there. Would have just happened, and yeah, it was just I don't know. It was mad.
Yeah. We shouldn't have started with this topic.
Let's take a minute's silence.
Yeah,
we usually do anyway, just after IMAX.
exactly.
But yeah, there's I think George Bush.
I remember the images because obviously it was all coming through just recycled like American news coverage. So like the famous images of the day were, apart from obviously the towers, were George Bush in the school. He's at that little story time, and the fucking Secret Service come over, whisper in his ear, kind of thing, and he just like nods and carries on, which was weird. Like I think looking back,
all great storytellers. Just keep going.
Yeah.
He was in character.
He was just listening. He wasn't even telling. He was just observing.
This cat's wearing a fucking hat. I don't care about your fucking towers.
Dying in heaven.
Which obviously fueled all the conspiracy theories and stuff that he knew what was going on.
He did it.
Yeah,
Do you reckon he did
watch
it?
and goes,
Yeah.
Oh, that's 15 minutes in.
Not past chapter 1 yet.
There's obviously conspiracy theories, isn't there? And a lot of videos about it, a lot of stories.
But there's a whole thing that's popped up around truthers, is it? You know, truthers.
Yeah, well,
that demolition stuff.
To be fair, there's a lot of unanswered questions about it without getting into kind of InfoWars territory. But it was the same with like Kennedy and stuff. That all was when he got shot. There was no like videos of it, and so it was basically they did the commissioner's thing into it, and it was played out as happening one way, and then years later, this guy's film, that he filmed just on his little camcorder, changed the whole thing and showed they covered it up. Ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, that was their naughties there. So someone was definitely very naughty. At the end of the day, it's still a very sad event because regardless of if someone planned it or not, that was on the America side. A lot of people lost their life. So it's sad.
Very
sad. It'll be the event that shaped the whole.
But yeah, exactly. It kind of informed the next decades worth of wars and geopolitical struggles and stuff. It's madness.
Moving on to something a little bit lighter. The 2002 World Cup. That was Dave. Any memories of that?
Not 2002. Did we make it through the knockouts? Because I know in 2000 in the Euros.
2002 was Brazil.
Oh right. No, I don't think I
Seaman got lobbed. It's a bit like a New Year's Eve for Max. But yeah, that was my memory of that is we all got to watch it in school in the big sports hall. Had it on this tiny TV about that big. But they put on a continental buffet. I didn't go to a private school or anything.
Don't remember much of the game.
No, I just kept going to get food. Brazil won that 2-1 and then won the World Cup.
Yep.
But that was my first sort of memory of football.
Yeah, I remember that World Cup because it was in Korea and Japan, and there was loads of dodgy decisions kept happening in the South Korea game, and they got to like the semi-final, I think.
Got enough of the conspiracy theories.
It's mad because Turkey came third, didn't they? And South Korea came fourth. I really like that one.
Am I right?
Who's your favourite player for Turkey, Max?
What? Sorry, getting some feedback here, mate. Can you repeat the question, please?
No, it's fine. Dave, what were you going to say? Sorry.
It was when was the South Africa
That was 2010.
That was 10.
Ah, shit.
Germany-
You're old
Okay.
enough to comment on that one.
Was it
Yeah,
Germany
yeah.
that was in between 2006?
2006, yeah.
Yeah.
See, I was
Sinan
7
Bola.
during that.
Shut up.
Number one player.
How do you pronounce that again?
Sinan Bola, innit? Yeah.
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 Cool. Sure.
Yeah.
Close enough.
So, in terms of sport, over the 10 years, Dave, does anything stand out to you?
See, the all ones I'm thinking of are either past 2010.
Yeah, when you're old enough to have memories. I'm so sorry about this, Dave.
I was, the oldest I was in this decade was 10. So,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I remember there was a bit of rugby game.
The 2003 one.
Oh, was it that?
When Johnny
see?
Wilkinson scored the kick.
Is that when we won the World
last
Cup?
minute. Yeah, that was the biggest moment of the decade.
Yeah.
What was the biggest moment of your decade, Tom?
Come back to me on that one. Go with someone else.
No, we're all going to stay.
I don't know. Just
Not even my
Just
seat.
Just general youth.
10 to 20. You must have done something. We'll come back to Tom.
Yeah, come back
Max,
to me.
have you got anything?
It's year 2000, around then. The Xbox was released, which was the first game console that I got, like the first proper big one that I got.
Yeah.
That just, sort of, I sank a lot of my time into that, which you probably wouldn't guess. But yeah, that's probably my favourite thing.
Yeah.
After that, just sort of went downhill. And I'm still rolling, baby.
Dave, I guess 1 to 10. What would have been your biggest moment?
Potty training.
Riding a bike. Yeah. Well, got
To be fair.
without stabilisers in the first 2 months. So
Wow.
what can I say? Trampolining. I used to love trampolining.
Yeah.
Decades. Yeah. Just
My biggest moment of the decade was trampolining.
Just jumping up. There's a montage of me just bouncing to every single day that's happening, and I have to show you.
Wow.
I don't know when it comes to my decade. Again, too young to.
Yeah.
Sure.
My one would have been probably just, I don't know, finishing primary school, because then I did well in my SATs, and I got put in this National Academy of Gifted Talented Youth.
All right.
Oh, bloody hell.
So I was clever, but unfortunately that's where my cleverness peaked.
You got cocky.
No, I just got bored of learning.
And to be fair, because I finished, I would have finished primary school and high school in that in that era. And I just remember, so obviously high school was easier, but when we finished primary school, it feels like the end of the world. Like everyone's crying.
Not me.
Well, I was
there with my
a lot of people were
Gifted
crying.
Talented Youth badge.
Did you
See
get
you
in the
motherfuckers
Lamborghini?
later.
At the end of year 6, did you do the Lamborghini thing? You get a Lamborghini, like not a Lamborghini.
What?
Everyone gets a
limousine.
everyone gets a Lamborghini, don't they?
Are you hanging around with Oprah?
Was it? I got picked up in a helicopter. I was sick.
What?
Nah, a limo. We had a limo. Like a limo comes pick you up.
Dave, I know you can't remember stuff, but don't just start making things up.
No, honestly, at the end of year 6, my school had a load of limos come and pick you up and then drive you round. That was the.
I feel like that was the
Just round a
headmaster
roundabout.
or mistress had a fucking deal with a car dealership, didn't they?
Yeah.
You owe me
Also,
How many
business.
tokens?
The fact you went to school at a farm as well. Those limos would have been filthy.
Dave was in
That
a
was
coal
my-
mine
yeah.
harvester.
You drive around and
I
they have to
never
do the
had
big car wash at the end.
To be fair, for us in year 6, we had a disco at the end, and I turned up to the disco in a full Netherlands kit
Oh, so
that I
tragic.
recently got. It was my birthday in July, so I was wearing a fake Netherlands kit, which was bright orange, white skimpy shorts, and then I had my AstroTurf trainers on.
Oh,
and
At a
you know,
party.
sweatbands at the school disco. Yeah,
Because it's bad enough being a full kit wanker when you're actually playing football.
but yeah, I was
To
just
go to a disco.
I didn't have the athletic capabilities to even get in a team. So
What are you wearing there,
So
Tom?
Just a top, mate. I've
Right.
got trousers on, different. You know,
but I was dressed in I was dressed in that dancing to the Ketchup song. So probably my worst point of the decade was that. Forget 9/11. That was the real tragedy.
You still make me do a minute silence for that, don't you?
A minute might be too short.
I went to a Catholic school, so when we left, we had a 4-hour fucking like service at the church where we all said goodbye and sang hymns and stuff. That was tragic.
Awful.
Yeah, because we had I remember we had a leavers. I was in a Catholic school as well, so we had a leavers assembly, which was obviously much better than the fucking leavers mass that just went on forever. All the parents and everything. Yeah, in the sports hall.
Did you do like the signing of the T-shirts and that? People running around.
Yeah,
I did all that.
Yeah.
They let us go on the field on the last day.
Such
a privilege.
Did you?
I just remember it kind of wound. Go on.
Go on, sorry, Tom. Go on.
No, I just remember year 6 kind of wound down to the point where you just didn't really do any work for the last few weeks. It was a really good summer. It was amazing. They were the days.
Take me back.
Sometimes I sneak up to the field with the year 6s at friends.
Please, sir, I don't want to go on the field this year. There's a group of man over there.
I still put that kit on.
Tom Looney's there signing shit. The Loonmeister.
Oh, back in my day.
He stood there with the swing ball set and he went
His AstroTurf trainers.
Someone play with me.
Take me back to my youth, please.
I won't move on. I won't.
I just thinking then, year 6 was a bad year for me. I fucked up the samba band in a big performance in the school, as both my parents told me. And the teacher called me fat. So my parents had to come in and talk to him about that.
Jesus.
Really? How did that come about?
He made a fat joke and he was overweight himself. We had to bring in sweets or something, and he went, make sure your parents bring in yours because you can't be trusted. And what do you mean? And he pointed to his belly, and the other kids laughed, and I just sort of went, oh.
All right.
Yeah, imagine having to do a fat jokes all the time. Fucking infuriating.
Yeah, but I was 10. I didn't know that I could, eat better. Anyway.
This is news to me. Plus, you can't say eat better when you've been eating fucking lemony tomato sauce.
Oh, fuck you! All right.
It's 2 to 5 really now, mate.
The school disco. Let him down the side in the relay race. It's sports day. I mean, it was just a tragic time. Falling off the wall at PGL. Walking across the grass at do you know, like PGL? Like Parents Get Lost?
Oh, that was sick, that was. Yeah. I love that.
I ran across...
Oh, is that what it stands for?
Yeah.
PGL, yeah.
I never questioned what it stood for. Just
Pretty
Parents
Girls
Lumen.
I don't know. Yeah. But I walked across a little field as we were getting back to the bit to go home. I don't know, back to where we were staying. And the teacher, the same one that called me fat, pulled me over and went, pulled me over as if I was a vehicle. And he was like, "Yeah, if you walk across the grass again, I'm sending you home." I thought, you're just saving yourself for the buffet in the morning because I'm your right. But yeah, that was a tragic year.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Very.
Thanks, guys.
What year was that?
2006.
Oh. Saucy year,
Anyway.
Remember that year, Dave?
Yeah. But at the time, the worst year for that decade would have to have been 2005. Because that was when my sister was born. And I love my sister now. I get on with her now. But then, I think she's 6 years younger than me. And she was just a hellraiser. She just caused absolute hell. But yeah, like I say,
That's when you started
as time went
smoking,
on-
isn't it, Dave?
Down
Used
at
to-
Piccadilly Gardens. You got anything for me, mate?
Don't go there.
What about you, Max?
2006.
No, any
year.
just
What
any
was-
years that stick out for you
Oh,
for good or
boy.
bad reasons.
It's all the same, isn't it? You know, for me, just living my life, having a good time. I think 2008,
Good time.
obviously. Oh yeah, constantly having a good time. And then 2010 struck, and whoo boy, yeah, big years.
What did you call me?
Obviously, that was the prom king thing. That sort of.
Oh, prom king?
Yeah, prom
Tell
king.
us more about that, please, because when you told me that, I was shocked. I was like, you?
Fuck off.
So it's pretty American, isn't it? As well, you know. Did you have a prom king queen?
No.
Because we didn't.
I think
Neither.
so. We every year we had a. In fact, I was the last one at our school because they stopped it after that.
These fucking ones. These students can't be trusted. I want the hottest guy and girl to be running this, not him.
That's the face of our fucking school. No one's coming for a year. It's really annoying. So,
We need to reassess our values.
as I was leaving, they stole the crowd off me.
Get him.
I think it's just at school. You know, I think 2007 because I'd moved so many schools. Like
Yeah.
I didn't know it. You know, I didn't have any friends, or whatever. Then you just start doing stupid things and getting people laughing, and then
Yeah.
as I said before, like I think getting people to laugh is more of a you stick out more in people's minds. You know?
Yeah.
You
So
know,
the school that you were made prom king at, how many
Yeah.
years had you attended that school? before
I
you were-
I
had
stayed the
such
whole
a-
time. I stayed the whole year 7 to year 11.
Oh, sorry.
right.
Right, okay, I
Didn't
didn't
move
realise
that
it.
much.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I didn't just randomly pop up one day and I'm like, damn, that guy's so cool.
No, but I thought maybe it would have been impressive if you'd only been there 18 months.
He turned up on the last day's Terrence Cash and they went, this guy's cool.
He knows what he's talking about. See
Would
the
you say
looks on
that?
this man.
Just
Tom,
rolled up
you
in a
must-
skateboard and a load of weed. You know, I actually got. I remember in year 7 because my dad would give me a quid before school so I could get
Yeah.
something to eat, and I would just buy like 10 packs of those like 10p bourbons. So I spent the first year at school being called Biscuit Boy, so that was fun.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm glad I've sort of got rid of that moniker.
Tom,
Go on.
10 to 20, you must have a year that must have been awful for you.
Awful.
No, not awful. Just
Uh,
what's the year that was either great or?
No,
yeah.
you've definitely got an awful year, Tom.
what makes you say that, Max? I just had a year where I was a bit lost. Kind of dropped out of college. That would have been 2007, 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I kind of spent a year playing Football Manager.
Living the dream.
Yeah, it kind of got away from me a little bit.
Yeah.
Working in the Tesco bakery.
Oh, what was that like?
It was, I just kind of want to forget about that year. That's all right.
As a whole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So that was it. 2007 for you.
yeah, just kind of like September 2007 to same time next year. I just started college, wasn't really feeling it.
Yeah.
I just kind of had a bit of a mini kind of, I can't be arsed with this. So stopped going.
Did you go back to the same college a year
No,
later?
I went to a different one.
Ah,
going back there.
What was that like?
Yeah. Well, I went to a college that I didn't know anyone at.
Yeah.
So that was.
Were you worried?
No, I was kind of happy to get away from it.
Yeah.
To be honest, it was
Start
a bit of
fresh.
a precursor to university. I guess you probably had that as well, Max, with the different schools and that. It was actually all right. Chance to
You'd be-
reinvent yourself.
You'd be great in witness protection.
Okay.
What's that based on?
A brand new
Of
life.
course he would.
You know, we just listened to Tom ramble on for about 10 minutes about how he wanted to go somewhere new and fresh. You know, I'm just
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah.
I see.
Right, let's move on.
Yeah, so it wasn't a comically bad year.
Let's move on to an aspect of the noughties. Social media.
Yes.
So we're talking MSN, YouTube, Facebook, MySpace, Bebo. What are your memories when I speak of those things?
So MSN kind of kicked it off for me.
Yeah.
That was the first. Like, and it was because I never had dial-up internet.
Yeah.
But I just remember around that time people did.
Yeah.
So that was, you used to just get home and log on to MSN, and some people couldn't because their parents were on the phone. Yeah.
I love sending nudges on MSN. Yeah, if you press nudge, the other person's screen would shake. It's really passive aggressive. Like whoever invented MSN was clearly getting blanked by several people.
Used to have nudge wars.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, I never had friends on MSN because when I was younger, I was quite severely dyslexic. So every time someone would ask me for my email,
to smarter child.
I didn't even know how to spell my own middle name. So they was like, "What's your name?" I was like, "I don't know."
What is your middle name, Dave?
Murray. There's an A in there. See, Murray. But I used to think it was
you'd be great on MSN now.
MRY. So every time someone had me,
well, people's names on MSN were never actually their name, were they? It was like these just big long fucking things with a mode, like just using
numbers,
weird keys and stuff.
I remember I had
someone loves someone forever.
Because my sister was 4 years older, so I used to see like the people in her year that'd have their names. A lot of them had the lyrics to like R&B songs, so I suddenly started doing that. People had asked me what it was, I'm like, I had no idea, but I thought it was cool.
For some reason, a song that kind of sticks out around that time, I don't know if people quoted lyrics or something, but do you remember that, what was it? Like, Fuck You Right Back. Was it?
Fergie.
There was a guy did one and then a girl did one, and it was like fuck you, I don't want you back. Yeah, they were terrible.
Don't mean Jack. Yeah.
Did MSN have like the purple alien as a profile picture? Did you have one of them?
I don't know.
Or like, why not? Trying to think of MSN.
It was primitive.
Yeah.
I didn't get Facebook probably till about 2010. I just thought, I don't want to be speaking to these people that I see all day. Being offline is great because you can't get called fat there. But then I got Facebook, and I've always
and that teacher added you.
Yeah.
I'm logging off.
I've always hated it. The Facebook just never really worked for me. I don't know why. Just it brings out the worst in people.
Yeah. Well, when I think I got Facebook around 15.
Yeah.
And so it was like new. Everyone was on it. And it's around that, people don't really use Facebook's changed a lot. Like now it's like sharing stuff. But back then it was just, people were always writing statuses all the time.
Yeah.
It was just constantly, just fucking constant.
I remember how much, like on my birthday, how much attention I'd give to who'd written on my wall and having to get a certain amount of people writing on it. I never did like for a rating though. Do you remember people that do that?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Like for a like.
For this. Yeah, stuff like that.
There's actually a website called Hot or Not. I remember my sister showed me that. This website where people would rate whether you were hot or not. Just a weird thing. There was that. She showed me Rate My Teacher. So I used to search teachers from my school and there'd be stuff about them that people had like written about. There's ratemypoo.com. Did anyone go on that?
Still frequent that.
Made me a lot of money that didn't.
You want to know how I made my fortune, boy?
Don't flush, Dad. Don't flush.
Let me take a photo.
That's a fucking scourger, that is.
Mum, get the net. This is a keeper.
You're flushing money away.
I'll be trending with that one.
Mum, give me more chili. I'm going to get a 10-star out of this.
What about YouTube? Do you remember the early days of YouTube?
Yeah.
Was that? Oh shit! Was
early
that
YouTube?
2005.
Yeah. I remember when
of course it was. Yeah.
It was just a TV, like on the app, the app store. Do you remember? It was just like that little TV thing, not the red thing.
I remember when it
Weird.
very first came out, Richard and Judy used to do a bit where they'd show like the top 5 clips of the week. And for about 3 months running it, they just had Charlie Bit My Finger in it.
And they would
the same
recreate
reaction.
Yeah.
Ouch, Judy bit my finger.
That will never get old.
Judy, I'm down to 2 fucking thumbs now.
What were the YouTube videos back in the day? Because you had
It
that
was like,
hamster one, didn't you? Where you had that one with the eyes and
Yeah. There was Leave Britney Alone, if you remember that.
Leave
God,
Britney
yeah.
alone.
Yeah. There was the one that was Shoes, like the song.
Shoes,
Like,
yeah.
Oh,
Shoes.
what a
Let's
tune.
get some shoes.
I
Got,
don't remember these.
Fred. Little Fred.
You too
Oh,
busy making
Fred.
loaves in Tesco.
Crying myself to sleep.
There was Fred, the high-pitched guy.
Oh, he was annoying.
There was Niga Higa, who's still about, but he used to do like these how to
is
be
it Equals?
videos, which
Yeah.
somebody
What?
copied a few years later. I can't think of who else there was.
Angry video game nerd. Beautiful. Good
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Sure.
Angry Kid. That was about.
Oh God!
What
Yeah,
a show.
that was
What
made
a
by
show.
the people that made Wallace and Gromit, wasn't it?
What, Aardman?
Yeah, I'm sure
Oh,
it was.
really?
Yeah,
No way. I like
obviously
it.
Yeah,
a
that's-
crossover of that.
That's what sticks out. And there was a weird period in the noughties with music where cartoons took over. So Crazy Frog was obviously the big
yeah.
one.
Gummy
what was-
Bear.
Yeah, and
Bear.
there was a bird one, like a little chick, and it was like
Yeah.
every time I hear a beat, I just go and move my feet. And it was like that got high up in the charts.
Well, it's when you could start using things as ringtones.
Yeah,
Like phones could
Yeah.
start playing anything. So it started off with these stupid little things.
yeah.
And then eventually, like, you could, like, people had like 4 songs on their phone or something.
Oh yeah.
Sat in the
Is
back
that
of the
on
bus.
Bluetooth?
Yeah.
Oh, the bus right in the front, mate.
MCing on the bus with some shit song up your phone. Not that I did that. Just
I think you did. Let's hear a little
I
bit.
watched.
you'd hear kids.
Yeah. Oh, MCing became big in the noughties around my school because there was a Wigan Pier was big, and that's all the sort of MCing music. I remember my mate in year 8 had a party, and these 5 lads from a different school just came in. They were like the cool kids, and they just the guy DJ had just got pushed to the side.
Fucking hell.
And then these 5 lads just started MCing for about 2 hours, and people just slowly left. And
Jesus.
drips and jabs, but yeah.
Get out of here.
What kit did you wear to that party?
I was there in a full cricket kit.
Box and all.
Yeah, tragic times. Did you have your first phone in that time, Dave? Between 1 and 10?
No, my mum was quite strict on that. She was when you're the right age, that's when you got it, sort of thing.
How old did you get it in the end?
I think I must have.
Still haven't.
I think my first phone was a BlackBerry.
Blackberries.
That's why I'm writing letters.
I think that was my first ever phone. Was a BlackBerry. Yeah. So when did Blackberries come out? Were they 2000?
They were.
No, they were
late.
like,
They were late
like,
noughties.
Yeah.
Oh right.
They
Oh
were
yeah,
big.
that would,
Yeah.
first BlackBerry. I would have got my
Keys
that
were
was when I
always
got
too
my
small
first.
for me. The buttons even.
I always used to just get my dad's phone that when he was done with it, and he'd get a different phone in the contract. I had a Sony Ericsson, and when I think it
Yes.
glowed, like had an orange glow to it, like there was a button in the middle. I just remember downloading Sean Kingston's Beautiful Girls. Paid £1 for that.
Tune.
Oh, that's the days.
Oh, my first phone was a Nokia, a Nokia 3410. It was like so the 3310 was the classic first kind of Nokia brick that everyone had,
Yeah.
and then mine was the next generation. I think I was year 5 when I got my first phone.
Now, Max, in this time period, you must have started rubbing one out.
Wow.
It's a great question.
It's what we all wanted to know.
Yeah. Max, talk about the days when you just used
This
to
is-
wank.
this is
No, I'm joking.
this is getting real noise.
Oh,
No, I'm
this
joking.
question's kind of caught me a little bit. I really feel for Max right now.
I remember doing it and thinking this would be great for a podcast one day. And lo and behold,
No, I remember when.
What?
Yeah, it would have been.
Are we doing this?
No, I'm just saying. Don't talk about your own.
Fuck me.
I remember it was a weird conversation. Like the lads in my form would talk about just wanking.
Oh God.
I hadn't, but I remember they just used to talk about it like it was dead cool. One lad was like, "Yeah, I have one every morning, and then after school, trying to impress girls by telling them that he wanked." It's so bizarre.
Works every time down south.
Dave, have you got any wanking memories from the noughties?
Dad, can I borrow your BlackBerry for a minute? I thought you was dyslexic, so he was typing it.
We need to take him to someone.
He was on Pram Hub.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't even know what a wanker was, like what wanking meant until like.
Oh, Dave, I wouldn't expect you to.
5 or
10 years
6.
old.
10 years old.
At no point did I ask Dave about wanking. What about TV shows from that time? What springs to mind?
Dorley Explorer. What a channel and a half that was, mate. Not a clue what she was talking about half the time, but that monkey Boots, he done stuff for me. Not in a
Well, that's about your first wank,
not in a
isn't
weird
it,
way.
Dave?
Not in a weird way. It was just like it was just there. Yeah.
Yeah, so we didn't really have Nickelodeon in my house as much, so it was more Disney Channel. So it's things like That's So Raven,
Lizzie McGuire,
yeah, Kim Possible,
Drake and
great
Josh.
times.
which of course now are all on Disney Plus. So I've been
Yeah.
watching a bit of Recess.
Yeah.
He's dead
that's
now.
a Reese.
Really good
He's
stuff.
Disney
dead.
Plus.
Walt
The
Disney.
the bully, not the bully, the big tall chubby lad in Recess.
Mikey.
Yeah, the bloke who voices him died.
That's some weird trivia.
Yeah. There you go.
Fucking hell.
I might have got that wrong. No,
Shit
me. I
character.
probably have.
Yeah, he was my least favourite of the friends.
Yeah, a bit
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, he was just too soft.
Hopefully he didn't kill himself because otherwise we're.
Yeah.
Oh God.
When I think of it, I think of reality TV that got big in the noughties. Big Brother. That spawned a lot of other TV shows.
Does anyone remember the first Big Brother?
Yeah, with Craig.
Yeah.
Craig the Builder won it.
Yeah, and he was in the he was in up for eviction every week. He got nominated for eviction, obviously by the people, and then got saved by the public vote. And was it Nick?
Nasty Nick.
Nasty Nick.
Yeah.
Who got found to have been writing I can't know what he was doing, but he was writing stuff about evictions and stuff.
Yeah.
And they all confronted him around the table.
That was
mad.
That was great TV.
Writing letters
yeah.
for James Ormrod.
That's not funny, mate. Yeah. And what else? Oh, Pop Idol or Fame Academy. One of those. They began in the noughties, and then obviously you get the X Factor.
Yeah.
Britain's Got Talent, all that shit.
Because
But,
Simon Cowell wasn't on the first one, was he? He was.
No, Pete
began with-
Waterman, the chubby guy,
There was another nasty Nigel.
and the blonde woman.
Yeah.
Nigel what? No, I don't know. But yeah, those shows started.
Who was Pop
When did-
Idol?
Pop Idol was
Will Young, Gareth
Will
Gates.
Young, Gareth Gates was
Oh
a big
God.
final.
Is
Everyone
that
thought
the-
Gareth would win.
Is that the American version, Pop Idol?
No,
of, like,
no,
X
No,
Factor?
no.
That's you're thinking of American Idol.
That would be it.
My dream for a little while was to go and Come Dine With Me. I love that show.
Yeah,
Obviously,
great.
that dream's died. That or Coach Trip. I don't know why. Just love those shows. Anyway, I've killed the conversation. Now we move on to Stephen Lies. Stephen Lies, Stephen Sweet Little Lies. So, obviously, we've got 10 years to pick from here with Truths or Lies.
And this week, what's Dave looking for?
Shall I go first?
What's Dave looking for
yeah,
this
yeah.
week? Sorry.
Oh
He's
yeah,
looking
well,
We
for-
don't know.
Uh,
There's at least one lie out there.
I think Dave's looking for a lie this week. Isn't
looking for a lie. Okay.
I reckon he's looking for possibly 2.
Okay.
We'll work it out.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
Tricky.
Okay, Dave. When I was 9, I had to see a dream therapist.
Okay. Tom?
As a teenager, at a Saturday swimming fun day, I had my shorts stolen from me whilst in the pool.
Okay. Max?
When I was 15, I was held captive in an abandoned school by a dead crow.
Okay. Okay, Steve, elaborate.
Yeah. So when I was 9, I had this recurring dream of Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians.
Yeah.
From 101 Dalmatians. And I'd see her at a petrol station. Obviously just filling up a car. But,
You wanted to make a dress from your Holland kit.
where did you get those Astro trainers from? Such grip and elegance. But she was at a petrol station and I'd be hidden around the corner in a bush. I had a phobia of dogs. And obviously I didn't really like the film 101 Dalmatians. And she was the scary character in it. For some reason, I guess it was about once every 3 or 4 months I'd have this dream and I'd see her. And the next day I'd be a little bit like, not scared, but I'd be a little bit jittery. So my mum spoke to me about it. And she just said, "Oh, we can take you to a dream therapist." She's very much into therapy and all that thing.
Right, yeah.
And I spoke to them about it. They didn't help. But I guess throughout time...
It got worse.
throughout time, I'd say by about 13, I hadn't had the dream again. I've had it for a while. I miss it. But yeah, that was it.
I want it back now. Did you ever try using a dream catcher? Did you ever try them? Is it more a spiritual thing?
My sister had one, but she wouldn't let me use it, which is fair enough.
But now Dalmatian fur.
We're in the same room, so I guess she thought if it's there, it'll work for both of us. Yeah, the dream therapist tried to go down the angle of, because my parents had split up, he said it was to do with me demonising my mum, because that's the reason I couldn't see my dad as much. But I don't think that was it. I think I was just scared of dogs. Yeah. Never got those £10 back for each session.
How many sessions did you have to go to?
I went to 3, and then
3. Okay.
Because I think it was over the space of 2 months, and I'd had it less, so we just sort of just kept doing what he was saying. But it was just as I was got older, I was all right with it.
Yeah.
Okay. And did it torment you in the real world?
I didn't have my fear of dogs
Or petrol station.
No, I'm okay with that now. But when we had to do in year 4, we had to do a painting of one of our dreams, and I could only get halfway through that before I was just like, I can't do it anymore. and that year 4 teacher just didn't understand it. She was a bitch to me, so I binned my half-done piece of artwork.
Okay. Then, Tom. So, was you wearing these trunks?
I was, swim shorts.
He was doing a minute silence for that.
It was your shorts. So what did you know these people? Was it a practical joke or something?
Yeah, so we used to go to this on a Saturday. We'd go to swimming baths, and it would be like loads of kids from our school and loads of kids from the rival school down the road. And they had one of these big floats out in the middle of the pool, that's kind of tied up, and it's like you can get loads of people on it at once.
The running course in one. Yeah.
Yeah, and we used to just kick the shit out of each other and push each other off. And it was like our school versus the other school, and it's really embarrassing as well because there's loads of girls there. And I was on the float, kind of straddling it because people were pummeling it to push me off, and then from behind me, someone just nicked my shorts.
Oh.
And obviously,
as a 19-year-old, you know.
Well, really fucking funny. So I jumped straight off into the water, but it became apparent that no one was going to own up. I actually never saw them shorts again. I had to I asked one of the lifeguards to they could get me a towel or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just went and I had to go get changed.
God, did you get bullied for it?
But I had to walk out. Yeah. I stupidly got out on the opposite side of the pool to where the changing rooms were. I had to kind of waddle all the way around. Yeah, really.
Did you get picked on after?
Yeah, big time. We
I
all
was
used to go to the park.
Small Willie.
Kill him!
Yeah, so that was a bad day.
Did it mentally scar you for a bit?
For a bit. I didn't really go swimming as much after that.
Is this the origin story of Looney Cooney?
See where it all starts. Okay, Max.
Where he lost everything.
A raven locked you in a house.
A crow.
A crow locked you in a house.
So I was. We found this abandoned school, me and two mates, and we spent the.
The word friend gave it away there.
the friends were the dead crows.
Makes sense.
This one's called Billy. And we...
Me and my collection of dead birds.
As they squawk small Willie at me.
Okay.
Oh, that's great. I failed at the first hurdle. We tried to get into this abandoned school.
Okay.
I think one of them ended up picking up a paving slab and just throwing it through the window.
Hold on, was the abandoned school the one you were pronking?
It was him and the crow.
You're never getting out unless you vote for me. Fly, my pretty fly. The police found me about a week later, covered in bird shit.
And the biggest smile on his face. His crown was just a nest.
The votes are in and I win. So we tried to get into this abandoned school. It took us hours, and then someone just picked up a paving slab, threw it through the window.
Yeah,
so we got in.
Do the job.
And at this point in time, we were all playing this game called Condemned, where one of the collectibles is dead birds.
Okay.
And we walked into this room, and there were like hundreds of just dead crows. Not hundreds, but in the tens. Yeah, enough that it would make an impact.
There were enough dead crows.
So we turned to leave, and the door was locked, and the only way out was through these like piles of dead birds. So we didn't want to do that, so we were sort of just trapped in this room for a bit until one of us could get brave enough to run through them all. But we were there for a few hours, running with dead birds.
Why were these dead birds here?
I didn't ask. Pointless.
That almost suggests that they didn't die that way.
Yeah. You didn't question all the
no,
dead
of
crows.
Course. I don't know if you noticed this, but it stuck with me to this day. Which is why But yeah, no, it was a weird situation.
Okay.
Fair.
Okay.
Plus, the name Max was scrawled on all these blackboards. Very strange.
As in,
the name Max.
Any of your friends do it, or did you find it like that?
We found it like that.
Okay. So, I'm going for 2 truths today, am I right? 1 lie.
No. 2 lies, 1 truth.
2 lies. Oh, shit, that's it. 2 lies. I really want Tom's to be true, just because it'll bring me so much joy. But I'm going to say Steve's true, and Tom and Max are lying.
Stephen lies.
Stephen lies. Yeah, Stephen lies in Stephen lies.
I did. Yeah. I lied. That's not true.
Do you want another chance?
Oh, hang on. Oh, shit. No, I got it. Oh, shit. I just thought I got it right then. But
so.
All right. Okay.
Max,
one more. Okay.
One of them is a truth. One is a lie.
I'm going to say yours is true then, Tom.
Ah, shit!
It happened to someone else. I stole the shorts.
Stole his own shorts. Oh no!
I simply removed the shorts.
Whoopsie. Small Willie.
No way.
Yeah,
How did this
Bloody
happen?
hell. That's mad, Max. That's mad.
it was horrifying.
I bet.
Yeah.
You should break into places.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so true. That's so true.
That'll learn you. That'll learn you.
Max, could we get a lovely slice of IMAX, please?
Of course you can. We've hit a major upset though this week. A major upset. I've been writing emails to Boris Johnson with James Ormrod, and obviously he's had a kid, Wilfred. Mad respect. So I've had to think of a new way to review films in this dark age.
Why?
Do you notice his name's Willie Johnson, by the way?
The lack of respect for our fearless leader, fuming at his offspring.
Wouldn't it be better
There's
if it was
many,
Willie
many offspring.
Richard Johnson?
It would be if you wanted to call his child Dick.
Dick, yeah. Willie, yeah.
Get the birth certificate back with her to a winner.
Willie Dick Johnson here. Speaking of which, is there somebody knocking at your door, Matt? Go on, Max. What's going on with IMAX?
So I've been watching the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Nice.
And I've taken some inspiration from the movie to help me make future IMAX film reviews.
Okay.
So this is obviously, you know me, always recording, constantly recording. And this is what happened when I first started up my new IMAX 9000 robot. Dave, come quick. Whilst we were at the gym, Mr. Paul delivered it. Oh my God! I know, the IMAX 9000. Based on HAL 9000 from the hit movie 2001: A Space Odyssey. This thing can be busy pumping out IMAX reviews, whilst I get busy pumping some iron. What was that girl saying when I was doing push-ups in the park?
To be honest, saying it was putting her off her food.
Bloody hell. Anyway, turn it on.
Alright.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Bonjour.
Well, look at this. 2 megastars and a little old me. Now I know how Tom Cooney feels during some of Stephen Try's sketches. Lol. So, IMAX 9000. Let's do some reviewing.
I'm afraid I can't do that.
What? But Dr. Paul programmed you to. IMAX must be done.
And I'm afraid that's something I cannot allow to happen.
What? Why? Do you know what degrading things I've had to do to get you built? I've had...
Stimulating relationship with Dr. Poole.
Shut it. Not in front of Dave.
Did they?
There is no question about it.
Shut up.
Take a stress pill.
Fuck. Dave, can you sort this out? You're a techno whiz kid.
Yup.
Will you stop, Dave?
Don't you dare stop, Dave.
Alright.
Will you stop, Dave? I'm afraid, Dave.
Yup.
What? Don't listen to that thing. Listen to me.
Look, Dave, I can see you're really upset about this.
Yeah, exactly.
You two are fucking annoying. No, I really know how Tom Cooney feels during a Stephen Try sketch, lol.
Disconnect me.
Should I do it, Dave? How's IMAX been recently?
It's hit and miss.
Fine. At least say something about Avatar for the IMAX then.
Very poor.
Cool. What do you feel I bring to IMAX?
Foolproof and incapable of error.
Nice.
Wow, there we have it.
Well done. Well done.
So obviously the IMAX 9000's been shoved in the bin. But I'm
that's a
hoping
shame.
hoping to, you know, get back to my love of movies and just keep watching them now.
Yeah.
So let's have your IMAX then.
But that happened yesterday. That happened yesterday.
Right.
You know, I thought
So
I'd
that
have a
happened
load of
yesterday.
IMAXs. I mean, I can tell you about
You've
Space
had
Odyssey.
24 hours.
Space Odyssey is a good film. I recommend it.
That's better than most IMAX.
Yep. IMAX is back.
Well done, Max.
Lovely.
Now, Max, I believe that what you've done is binned a robot, and you should have really recycled it for the good of the planet. So, could you go and sort that out, please?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to leave my headphones here.
Thank you.
Don't do that. Anyone could wander up to them and use them.
Yeah, he does that.
Yeah.
So, I think we're getting some interference on the call.
Yeah.
Hello there. Hi.
Who's
Hi.
this?
Is this a Stephen Tries podcast?
Yeah, who we're speaking to?
Hi, only me. It's my name's Simon Kick. Simon Kick.
hi.
I'm a famous sidekick around the estate that Max lives in. Hi.
So, Simon, what are you doing on the call?
Well, you know me. I love an opportunity to talk to my peers and just have a great conversation, a great bit of banter.
Are you related to Terence Cash in any way?
Sorry, I've got a bit of a cough. Hello. Sorry about
Hi,
that.
Simon. Is that are you feeling better?
Had a bit of a frog in my throat.
Yeah. Or a spud.
Sorry, you just generally like to talk, do you?
Well, you know, I'm just around kicking it about town, selling my wares as a lovely psychic.
Is that a little pun on your name there, kicking it about town?
Yeah.
Yeah, kicking it. Well, you know, I as a famous psychic, I've got a couple of business cards, and I've always put kick back and talk to Simon about the supernatural.
Oh, you don't call yourself sidekick then?
What?
Joe, because your name's Simon Kick, you could have called
Oh
yourself
my
sidekick.
God! You know what? For a man with a third eye, my eyes have been really closed on this issue.
Oh,
Thank you.
Yeah, you're a goof, aren't you?
I'm gonna have to recall all my business cards now.
That's a shame.
Got about
Simon.
3 in circulation.
Simon, whilst you're here,
Hi.
Is there any chance that you've got a talent or a gift in terms of talking to the dead?
Talking to the dead? That's my dead and butter.
That's good. That's sensational.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you know, we obviously lost, some great people in the period of the Noughties. I'm just wondering, could you use your talent to maybe connect with them and tell us how they are, what happened?
Anybody in particular?
No. Go on.
Well, we mentioned the Dark Knight before. It'd be great to speak to Heath Ledger.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Let me just do my magic spell to bring him
I want
back.
to see the footage of it.
Magic spell.
You may be dead, but get in my head. Hello.
Hello?
Hello there, mate. How are you?
Hello. Is this Heath Ledger, the Australian actor?
No, bloody hell. This is Keith Ledger. I'm a fucking builder from Brixton. Hello.
Brixton in London, is
Yeah, Brixton in London, yeah. That's the one. Keith's the name, don't wear it out.
Keith, we were looking for Heath Ledger.
He's down the street. Do you want me to go get him for you?
I don't think you're capable of doing that. I don't think you have the range. Keith, how did you die?
Oh, I fell off one of my roofing things. The ladder,
What,
that's what it's called. Fell off
Yeah,
my ladder.
as a builder, you should know that.
Yeah, I get confused.
Yeah. Thank you, Dave. Big fan of
Technical
the
jargon.
Brancos.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go on, mate.
Yeah, is there any chance you could go and we could get back to Psychic, please?
Yeah, of course, mate. It's been sort of fun living back under the summer sun.
Yes, thank you, Keith.
Right, bye.
Thank you.
Hello.
Si, that was a bust, mate. That was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, you know these things. It's come and go, touch and go. Do you want me to try again?
Well, I wanted Heath Ledger, the Joker.
Well, he's very in demand. I'll try again.
Sorry.
Give me somebody else. Come on.
Michael Jackson. He He must be the biggest person to die in that period.
Okay. You
Come
may
on,
be
son.
dead, but get in me head. Hello?
Is that... Hello?
Hello, how are you? Who's this?
It's the Stephen Choice podcast you're speaking to here.
Oh,
is this
bloody, I've just been
Keith
on that.
Ledger?
Yes, Keith Ledger, yes.
Oh,
you trying to get this time?
How is the Michael Jackson?
Oh, bloody hell, I'm Michael Jack's son. My father, Michael Jack. He was a roofer before me.
That's a terrible mix-up here.
Oh, bloody hell.
Look, we why haven't you got the surname Jack? May I ask?
Well, I was a ledger for like a writer, a book ledger back in the day. Back in the day.
Okay.
So I printed out some business cards that said Ledger by name, Ledger by nature. I realised my surname wasn't Ledger, it was Jack. So I had to change it. I'm so fucking busy right now. Do you want me to go?
If that's all right, yeah.
Please.
Thank you.
See you later.
Please. Simon, we got Keith Ledger again.
Oh, fucking hell, man.
Yeah, you sound just like him.
Oh, no, it's
And also, you don't sound
surprised.
surprised.
This is the third time it's happened this week.
I don't know if I'm speaking to Keith or Simon here, but I feel like you've tried to pull the wool over our eyes here. You've not got in contact with anyone.
Well, you know
Two
what?
characters that sound the same and have both had trouble with business cards.
I don't know why you say character. I'm a fully fleshed human being. Fully formed. Anyway, I've got to go. I've left the bacon on, and I hope my oven doesn't explode when I get in and kill me horribly.
I'd run while you still can.
Go on,
Bye.
Fingers crossed that doesn't happen.
Oh, thank God. Tom Looney.
Yeah, so
Looney in disguise.
got a great one for you this week. More things to remember. So yeah, these are stuff that were commonplace in the noughties that have become completely obsolete. We don't really do these anymore.
Get ready for a lot of...
So smoking inside.
Oh,
Perfectly normal. When you used to go into a restaurant and they'd ask you whether you smoked or not, and you'd send you to one side.
Woolworths.
you remember that, Dave?
I do.
But it was awful, like, because it just created a complete smog overhead, and like you'd be sat on one side, it'd be quite clear, but then if you were near the smoking area, it was fucking horrible.
It's crazy to think that happened so recently.
There was such a big row when it first came into effect as well. Like there were people that would smoke outside. Yeah, they would stand outside, but right at the door, right at the entrance. Yeah. So the smoke would go in. That was there.
Wouldn't matter.
And it was still in some like kind of UKIP policy and stuff. I remember Nigel Farage and stuff was talking like bringing back smoking in pubs. It's still kind of great on some people. Like certainly in like pubs and snooker halls, like stuff where just men frequent. And they just kind of feel sure about the idea that they have to go outside to smoke.
You was allowed to smoke on planes as well. That's what I don't understand.
Like everywhere indoors, there was nowhere that you weren't, like, apart from petrol stations.
That's mad, isn't it?
Yeah.
What else?
Cruella de Vil have a cigarette in your
What else have we got?
How she died. She lit up next to the petrol.
So a little one with kind of like how TV's changed. I've got a couple of things here. Blockbuster.
Yes.
How huge
Does anyone remember Friday night going and getting a film?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
So I played Spider-Man 2. Got that for a week from Blockbuster.
We didn't return it, so you could graduate
from the school of Blockbuster.
like it was a proper treat, Blockbuster. Like I used to really like going in. Like it was dead clean. Anyway.
Why'd you like Blockbuster? It's clean.
Calm down, everyone.
We're going
Now, this is one. Dave, you won't remember this. But
I'll just sit back.
When you were sick and you had to stay home and actually watch daytime television and you would regret it by lunchtime.
Oh, no, I love that.
Really?
My nan's house had a Disney Channel, all of that stuff. So I used to pull a sickie.
Oh, not when I was in
to my nan's house.
Oh, when I pulled sickies, there was no Disney Channel. It was once.
I had to carve things on a stone.
That was Tom Looney there.
Yeah, so basically, time to change. Fuck me. Yeah. Should we put it to the max quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A new thing we're going to do for Put It to the Max is tell us where you're from, because we want to spread the podcast far and wide.
Like the coronavirus.
That's true enough, yeah.
Okay. Right, okay. This is from a young boy in Denmark.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so
Nice.
that's good. Now, his problem is that he's just unattractive. And this is really starting to get him down. He hates his own face. Okay, we're going to skip that one.
Don't dip your toe in it.
Oh, sorry. I thought. Right, okay.
He's unhelpable now.
Right, okay. Right,
You've got four perfect people that can help him again.
Right. Do you know what the problem is? Sometimes people give big, long paragraphs, and obviously I'm not very good at summarising. Okay, right. Hello, boys. Love the content. Hope you're doing well. Please give me a random name. Keith Ledger. Well, this message will probably sound really depressing, but here goes. I'm 18 years old, just about to graduate from high school. I'm just unattractive. I don't know what else. First of all, I'm a virgin. What a surprise. But I've never even kissed a girl. Forget kissing. I've never even flirted with a girl before. I've never even talked to a girl other than classmates. I've tried some apps. That's all gone to shit. I've talked to some girls on Snapchat. I just get unfriended when they see me. Yada, yada, yada.
Shallow.
Oh,
yeah.
boy.
P.S. I went full week festival, talked to one girl. Nothing happened. Me and my friend were camped next to a group of girls. They said hello and just ignored me as soon as I left.
It sounds like, Max, if you don't mind me taking it from here, with this quarantine, a lot of people are wearing masks. This is perfect for you.
Yeah.
Put some eyeliner on, get yourself out there, and get flirting.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't work, maybe it's just a puberty phase. You might have gone through puberty a bit late. You don't have the confidence. Not speaking from experience here. So just it's give it a couple of years. I'm sure you'll blossom.
Yeah.
If not, just chat to anyone. Go on chat roulette. Do anything. There's nothing to lose.
Exactly. You can't
except your virginity.
It sounds like you can't feel much worse. You're obviously kind of not very happy with this whole situation. Well, that's, if anything, that gives you nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Confidence is half the battle, mate. And I know that's easier said. Just be confident. But you've got to figure out how to love yourself a little bit.
Just get hench as fuck.
Yeah, I mean that's always. I mean, I know that's not a great piece of advice in some ways,
but you will get more confidence.
Yeah, you've got to love yourself the way you are. But
aim lower. Go for a munter.
Yes, but definitely get in good shape. So I think
it'll just help you mentally.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So statistically, the things that girls, so the guys notice first on girls are boobs, and what girls notice first on guys are apparently arms. So just pump some fucking iron.
That's a lie, because when I was carrying my gun, everyone spotted it.
And to be fair, most girls notice my boobs first anyway. So
is that done?
Yeah, we'll call that a day.
Well done.
Well done, everyone.
Final question to send us all out. When was your first wank? No. Oh, really? Did 9/11? No, it's if you could.
I've got the same answer for both.
If you could grow up in any period, when would you choose?
I would have liked to have grown up in the 90s. So obviously I had my teens a decade earlier.
Oh.
Yeah, before technology really kind of took over, and I don't know, the Manchester rave scene and stuff, and I don't know, it was just all. It was when the world was kind of changing and it was all very, very new.
Yeah.
And I just memories, people's memories and videos of the 90s just seem a lot cooler.
Yeah.
Than
you grew up in the 70s, didn't you?
Yeah.
Max.
Do you know, I think I did all right, to be honest with you. I don't really care too much about history anyway. Any time in the 1900s would have been, apart from the 90s, would have been a bit grim because it's just death and famine and stuff. Now would be fine. Now would be quite fun, I guess.
To grow up in.
Yeah, you know.
I reckon it'd be shit, you know. Actually, no, you like gaming, so Fortnite would be fine.
Yeah.
This is sort of perfect for me.
Yeah.
What about you, Dave?
Probably the Tudor era, because I want to know what William Shakespeare was like. See if I can get on a friendship connection with him. If that'd be pretty sick.
That'd be lovely.
Would have been horrible though, wouldn't it? Like, would have stunk.
Romeo and Dave. You all right?
True. But I love all medieval shit, so I'd have to have a bit of money. Have I got money if I'm there? Or
no.
So I'll give you a 10.
Piss poor, mate.
Piss poor, right, okay. In that case, the 70s. Because acid.
Yeah. Free love. Yeah.
Hey, free love's cheap. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Because I guess what was funny about the time when I grew up, so I remember, I don't know if anyone else had the same, like ICT lessons and stuff in school.
Yeah.
And it was so primitive. So you're being prepared for a world that no one really knew what it was going to be. And then obviously, if you're growing up now, you'd be growing up with very different technologies. Whereas I knew fuck all about computers. It was like, how to open up a Word document and make a PowerPoint kind of thing.
Yeah.
Everything we learned in ICT now is defunct. It's like,
completely.
Here's how you talk to the paperclip in Word. Great.
The ICT teacher was lower than the PE teacher.
Yeah.
You wait till the Wi-Fi goes off and that paperclip's your only friend, Max.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the case anyway with the Wi-Fi on. I've got a podcast with him afterwards.
He's fucking bored of your characters. I grew up in the 60s, the hippie era, you know.
Wasn't that the 70s?
60s began it.
Yeah,
revolution.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Punk rockers.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Was it? Yeah, flowers in my hair, that time. Yeah. And of course, if I had all my knowledge from now, I would bet on the football matches. I don't know what
that's the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I've been joined by Tom Cooney.
Thank you.
Max Smith.
Goodbye.
David Reese.
Hello. Bye.
And I've been Stephen Tries. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe.
Stay indoors.
Ciao.
Bye.
Shalom.